Welcome to this explainer. Okay, if you're looking to finally demystify exactly how to manage your backyard pool, you are totally in the right place. Today, we're doing a complete breakdown of pool chemistry. We're talking no more guessing, no more crossing your fingers when you pour chemicals into the water hoping for the best. We're going to dive into the exact science and the precise steps you need to take to get that safe, crystal clear water. And we're going to focus heavily on probably the most misunderstood chemical sitting in your shed right now, muriatic acid. Okay, let's dive right in. Here's our playbook. We're going to start with the magic of pool pH, move into the math of calculating your dose, and go over the non-negotiable safety rules. Then, we'll walk through the step-by-step addition process, tackle the advanced acid and aerate method, and finish up with the absolute biggest pool chemistry mistakes you need to avoid. Let's start with a scenario that literally plagues almost every pool owner at some point. You know the drill. You're testing your water, it's looking a little cloudy, maybe turning a bit green, so you dump in some expensive chlorine or shock. But days later, crickets. Nothing happens. It's like you just poured plain tap water in there. So you gotta wonder, why is your expensive chlorine suddenly doing absolutely nothing to sanitize your pool? Well, the answer almost always comes down to this magic number, 7.4. That right there is the absolute golden sweet spot for your pool's pH. See, when your water sits at exactly 7.4, it matches the natural pH of human eyes, which means no irritation for anyone swimming. But honestly, more importantly, it is the exact environment where your chlorine works at absolute peak efficiency. Section 1, the magic of pool pH and why balance is everything. Before we even think about touching harsh chemicals, we really need to understand the why behind them. And this really illustrates what happens when we just ignore pH. Look, when your pool's pH is sitting at a slightly acidic 7.2, about 65% of your chlorine is actively working to kill bacteria and algae. That's pretty good. But if you let that pH creep up to just 8.0, which honestly happens naturally in a lot of pools, that active chlorine plummets down to a mere 22%. Think about that. You could be dumping gallons of liquid chlorine into an alkaline pool, and you're effectively throwing 78% of your money straight down the drain. Crazy, right? And it's not just about wasting chlorine. High pH actually physically damages your pool. Once that pH climbs above 7.8, the calcium in the water literally falls out of solution. It starts forming this tough, crusty white scale on your tiles and inside your salt cells. Plus, it makes the water look perpetually cloudy. Oh, and here's a fun fact. That dreaded chlorine burn, when people get out of the pool with stinging bright red eyes, that is rarely caused by too much chlorine. It's almost always a symptom of a high pH irritating the body. Moving on to Section 2, Math Matters, Calculating Your Dose. This is our critical pre-game phase. Because honestly, guessing your pool chemistry is like baking a cake without measuring cups. You just can't eyeball it. When you need to lower your pH, you generally have two main choices, muriatic acid or dry acid. Muriatic acid is a liquid. It's incredibly fast-acting, it's super cheap, but yeah, it produces some pretty strong, harsh fumes. Now, dry acid, or sodium bisulfate, is granular. It's definitely safer to store and handle, but it dissolves a lot slower, it costs 2 to 3 times as much per treatment, and it leaves behind sulfates in your water. So for our purposes today, we're going to focus on the industry standard, which is muriatic acid. The dosing guidelines professionals use requires some incredible precision. For instance, if you want to drop your total alkalinity by exactly 10 parts per million in a 10,000-gallon pool, you need precisely 26 fluid ounces of standard 31.4% muriatic acid. It's an exact chemical equation, guys, not a guessing game. Let's break down the math for lowering pH using that standard 31.45% muriatic acid. Say you've got a 10,000-gallon pool and your pH is sitting at 7.8. You're going to need roughly 25.6 fluid ounces to hit that 7.4 sweet spot. But let's say you have a 20,000-gallon pool and the pH has spiked up to 8.0. Now you need 76.8 fluid ounces. This is exactly why you can't just guess your pool volume or eyeball a quick splash of acid. Doing that can lead to a massive overcorrection, totally crashing your pH below 7.0 and creating highly corrosive water that'll literally eat your pool equipment alive. So measure your pool and measure your acid. All right, Section 3, Safety First, Gear and Rules. We are officially entering the danger zone here. Make no mistake, standard pool muriatic acid is concentrated hydrochloric acid. It is the exact same acid found in your stomach, just vastly more concentrated. It demands absolute respect. So, here is the absolute golden rule of chemistry. Seriously, burn this into your brain. Always add acid to water. Never, ever water to acid. If you have a measuring cup of concentrated acid and you pour water directly into it, you trigger a violent exothermic reaction. It will literally boil instantly, splashing hot, concentrated acid right onto your skin and into your eyes. It is incredibly dangerous. So remember, acid goes into the water. Always. Before you even think about unscrewing that cap, you need your personal protective equipment. I'm talking proper acid-rated chemical gloves. Those standard yellow latex dishwashing gloves are definitely not going to cut it. You also need splash-proof safety goggles because a single drop in the eye can cause permanent damage. Make sure you've got closed-toed shoes on too. And when you're diluting, you absolutely must use a 5-gallon plastic bucket. No metal. Muriatic acid will corrode metal right on contact, so plastic is mandatory. Section 4, Step-by-Step Acid Addition. Okay, so this is the exact chronological sequence you need to follow right at the edge of the pool to safely pull this off. Here is how you do it. First, test your water with a reliable drop kit so you know your exact starting pH. You gotta have a baseline. Second, turn your pool pump on. The water absolutely has to be moving. Third, fill your plastic bucket halfway with pool water and then slowly pour your measured acid into that bucket, aiming for about a 10-to-1 dilution ratio. Finally, walk over to the deep end, make sure you're standing upwind so the fumes blow away from your face, and pour the mixture slowly right over the return jets. Those jets are going to instantly push the acid out and disperse it safely throughout the pool. Once it's in the water, you just have to wait. Highlight this rule in your mind. You must let the pump run for at least 4 to 6 hours to fully circulate that acid before anyone jumps in. And here is another huge one. Never add chlorine shock right after adding acid. Mixing concentrated muriatic acid and chlorine creates a lethal toxic chlorine gas. You do not want that. Wait the 4 to 6 hours, retest your water, and only then should you add your chlorine. Section 5, the acid and aerate method. Now, let's talk about an advanced nightmare scenario. What happens if you get your pH perfectly balanced to 7.4, but then 3 days later, it just bounces right back up to 8.0? Well, the culprit there is almost always your total alkalinity, or TA. Total alkalinity basically acts as a buffer for your pH. But when that TA is too high, which is usually anything above 120 parts per million, it acts like a giant magnet, continuously forcing your pH upward. So, to fix a chronic pH drift, we have to independently lower the total alkalinity without permanently crashing our pH. Pool professionals fix this using something called the loop. Basically, you add your calculated acid dose to the deep end, which drops both your alkalinity and your pH at the same time. You let that circulate for a couple of hours, then you aggressively aerate the water. Turn on your water features, point your return jets up so they break the surface, or honestly, even just spray a garden hose into the pool. Aeration actually drives carbon dioxide out of the water, which magically raises your pH back up to normal, but, and here's the trick, it leaves the alkalinity at that newly lowered level. You just repeat this loop until your alkalinity sits nicely in that safe 80 to 120 range. Section 6, Biggest Pool Chemistry Mistakes. Let's wrap this up with a rapid-fire rundown of the absolute worst, most equipment-destroying errors that well-meaning pool owners make all the time. Number 1, never pour acid directly into the skimmer. Look, you got to think of your skimmer as the heart of your pool's circulatory system. If you dump raw acid in there, it sends a highly concentrated, super corrosive blast straight through your expensive pump impellers, right through your filter elements, and into your heater cores. It will literally silently destroy your equipment from the inside out. Just don't do it. And here are the final big fails to avoid. Don't guess your volume. Do the math and measure it. Avoid what we call column pouring, which is basically just dumping raw acid in one still spot in the pool. Remember, muriatic acid is actually 1.18 times denser than water. So if you dump it in without the pump running, it sinks straight to the bottom like a rock and will permanently etch your plaster or bleach out your vinyl liner. And like we mentioned earlier, never ever mix acid directly with chlorine unless your goal is to create a literal cloud of toxic gas in your backyard. Which brings us to one final thought. Maintaining a pool isn't magic. It really is just chemistry. So are you treating your backyard pool like the precise science it is, or are you still out there just guessing and hoping for the best? Seriously, grab a proper drop test kit. Take a minute to do the math. Always dilute your acid, and just respect the chemistry. Trust me, your pool equipment, your wallet, and your swimmer's eyes will absolutely thank you. Keep learning, stay safe, and enjoy that crystal clear water all season long.